I will be carrying out the sun printing for Skin Cancer Lab, which is Lab 14. Just wanted to present this to you. So what is skin cancer, you might ask? Skin cancer is uncontrolled growth of abnormal skin cells, usually caused by damage to DNA from ultraviolet radiations. Some of the symptoms and causes and risk factors include new or changing moles, sores that don't heal, or unusual growths. Causes are mainly ultraviolet exposure and sometimes genetic mutations. Risk factors include fair skin, family history, frequent sunburns, tanning bed usage, and also a weak immunity. Some measures that can be taken to avoid skin cancer is to, of course, limit your sun exposure, wear protective clothing and sunscreen, avoid tanning beds, and to get your skin checked regularly. The role of UV light is that it can damage the skin cell DNA, leading to mutations that increase the chance of developing skin cancer. In order to avoid the effects of ultraviolet radiation, you can use a broad spectrum sunscreen, which we'll be using today for our experiment. Stay in the shade, wear hats and sunglasses, and avoid peak sun exposure, which we're doing today because the sun index for today's experiment is 1, which is very low. So in order to carry out this experiment, I had to cut out some sun printing paper by 5 by 5 centimeters. So we cut out 3, 1 for the control, 1 which we'll be using SPF 50, and 1 we'll be using SPF 30. So I'm going to place each of them in a bag that is labeled. This is labeled SPF 50. And then after I place each of them in a bag, I will be placing sunscreen on that area in order to cover the square and taking it outside where it will be exposed to the sun for 5 minutes. I will then return the square and present the next phase of the experiment, which is filling it with water and then allowing it to dry out. So this is what we're doing. We're placing each of them in a Ziploc bag, our labeled Ziploc bag. So as you can see, each of them have been placed in a Ziploc bag. This first one, I will be placing the SPF 50 on top of the bag. And I'll be right back. And we are back so that I can show you how it looks. So I covered each square, as you can see, which with the SPF and the control, we left blank. So now I will be taking them outside and setting a timer for 5 minutes, and we'll be back. I have immersed each of these into a bag of water, and I'll count down for 30 seconds, then place them in a room to dry in a cool, dark room. And then we'll come back with the results. Hello, so the time has come. So this is the original paper. Wanted to bring that to view, that I cut out the 3 pieces from. So the squares were, after they were submerged in water for 30 seconds, were then placed in a dark, cool place to dry. This is the control. As you can see, comparatively to the original paper, it is darker, which means that it definitely probably got sunburn and needs some aloe vera. But yeah, so the control, as you can see, probably is experiencing some cell damage at the point as we speak. This is the 30 SPF, which is slightly, I'll put it next to the control so you can see the difference. It's just a little lighter, which means that it had just a little protection. So it did something, but it's not the greater protection. Bam. So this is SPF 50. As you can see, this is probably what you need when you go in the sun. It had the greatest level of protection from the UV radiation, and that was the results. So I'll put them together for you. So 50, 30, and the control. The end. Have a wonderful day.